screen, those are the terrorists. Keep in mind that Biden voters who've actually killed people are facing less jail time than these Christian protesters. In Illinois, BLM rioter Matthew Rupert received fewer than 11 years for setting fire to a cell phone store in Minneapolis. Oh, really? 26-year-old Montez Terrell Lee received fewer than 11 years of prison for setting fire to the Maxit pawn shop in Minneapolis, a fire that wound up killing a 30-year-old man. He got less time than Paul Vaughn is facing. 20-year-old Samuel Elliott Fry was sentenced to just over 2 years in federal prison for setting fire to a health food store. But it was for a good cause. It was for Joe Biden, so not a big deal. All of those crimes and countless others that are happening around the country at a scale we have not seen in our lifetimes, all of those crimes are being treated as less serious offenses than a man who sang hymns in an abortion clinic. So what's going on here? Well, a day before the FBI's raid on Paul Vaughn, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris announced their new policy, which is pro-lifers, because they disagree with Joe Biden and upset the base, are now terrorists. Watch.
We believe, and I certainly believe, that a woman should have the freedom to make decisions about her own body, and that her government should not be making those decisions for her. Today, extremist so-called leaders are attacking the freedom and liberty of millions of women.
We're not going to sit by and let Republicans throughout the country enact extreme policies to threaten access to basic health care. My message to folks across the country who are worried about what we're seeing is first that we have your back.
So you think to yourself, as you watch something like that, well, of course, there's an election coming up in just a few weeks, and a lot of the Democratic base believes that abortion is the key to freedom and happiness, and they're very upset about the Roe v. Wade decision. Roe v. Wade is no longer the law of the land. And so Biden and Harris and the rest of the leaders of that party are pandering to them. It's okay, we're on your side. What you don't think is you watch something like that its effect will mean sending guys with automatic weapons to Paul Vaughn's house and scaring the hell out of his 11 children. You never would imagine that in real life, people who sang hymns in an abortion clinic would be facing 11 years in prison. So you have to ask, since the parallels are very clear, this is effectively the modern version of Bull Connor's fire hoses and German Shepherds. Has a single Democrat pointed out that this is insane? That an 11-year sentence for hymn singing might be a little punitive? Has Sandy Cortez said anything? I mean, wait a second, we're pro-choice and everything, but 11 years? For a 55-year-old father of 11? Has Rashida Tlaib? What about George Gascon or Larry Krasner? The guys who think, whoa, we put way too many people in prison, we got to pull back a little bit. We got to rehabilitate them. What about the compassion mongers at CNN or MSNBC? Have they said a word about this?